I'm sure you've heard Lake Como is the most amazing place to visit, right? But is it worth the hype? We're here for Lucas's birthday, so we're gonna show you around and walk you through everything Lake Como has to offer. And then we can decide together whether or not it's worth it. Also, this is our first stop on our 3-month adventure through Italy, so make sure to subscribe to follow along on our travels. This is the 5th deepest lake in Europe. The other 4 above are in Norway. This lake is 1,300 feet or 400 meters deep.
You can swim in the water, but it's better to do that in late summer when it's 21 to 36 Celsius or 69 to 78 Fahrenheit.
Well, it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit today on May 1st. Lucas, are you going in?
No.
I have not felt this water yet, so I'm excited to see what 60 degrees feels like. You know what? It's really freezing. It's cold. Lake Como is located in the northern Lombardy region near the Swiss border, actually. And it's about an hour drive out of Milan and about an hour and a half if you take the train from Milan to here. There are also tour groups like Get Your Guide that can pick you up in Milan and bring you to Lake Como for the day. Okay, so food here is medium priced, actually. It's not too bad. It ranges about 10 to 15 euros per plate. For like $100, Lucas and I were able to have like several courses and drinks. So pretty good considering this is like a really popular place to vacation. Apparently Lake Como has a subterranean climate where it never gets too hot, even in the summer, like the high of 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 24 degrees Celsius, and never gets too cold in the winter, so a low of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or like 4 Celsius. So right now we are here at the end of April, early May. Today is May 2nd, and it's been mostly high 60s degree Fahrenheit, so around 20 degrees Celsius, which I have found to be the perfect temperature. When the sun's out, it's like perfectly warm, but not too hot. But then at night it does get a little chilly, or if it's cloudy, it does get a little chilly and you need a light jacket, but I'm loving it, honestly. So accommodations here at Lake Como. I can't necessarily speak on the hotel experience as I'm staying at an Airbnb here, but the average cost is about 200 euros a night. You have 80 euros for a hostel all the way up to 1,500 euros for like a fancy 5-star resort as well. But the average is about 200 euros. Now we're staying at this Airbnb that is amazing. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It comes with a hot tub. It's absolutely incredible. It was 350 euros a night. Also, I have a video of the full tour of the house, and I will leave that link in the description. The ferry service is really good here on Lake Como. They take you from Como to Lecco, Bellagio, Varenna, Menaggio, depending on where you want to go. They have ports all over the lake. You can get to the different ports by riding the bus, or you can drive and try to find parking. The ferry tickets are about 9 euros for the round trip and take about 15 minutes or more, depending on where you're going. And the ferries come about every 30 minutes or so. All right, we just got off the ferry here in Bellagio. How are you liking it so far? And also, how was the ferry ride?
The ferry ride was easy and it was very scenic, but it was also very windy, so be prepared for that.
To get windy there for a second.
Hold on to your hats.
But yeah, Bellagio is really cool.
Yeah, a lot of like lakefront hangout space.
It's really nice, honestly. Yeah. Did you know that Steve Wynn visited here in 1995, and that's why he decided to build the Bellagio in Vegas?
I did not, but I
he was inspired by this.
Be something.
By this village, by this town.
It kind of does have the vibe of the Bellagio Hotel.
Right? He nailed it. He nailed it in Vegas. It is a Wednesday, so maybe that's why, or maybe it's because it's early like May, but there aren't a lot of shops open, and the crowds aren't that bad. But apparently I hear that the crowds get crazy in the summertime here, like it's packed. Right now it's like low key, but it is May 3rd, so maybe that's why, but aren't a lot of shops open, but it's nice to walk around and enjoy the clean, beautiful architecture, you know? So we just found this cute little cafe that has like seats and chairs for hanging out next to the lake, really beautiful. And we ordered a few things from the menu, a salad, a sorbet, because that's all we could really get for being vegan. But I mean, I just tried a bite of this like sorbet with fruit. The combination is amazing, and I am not sad about it. So I don't know, most people ordered ice cream, but with the sorbet, it's like amazing. I know, right? I know. Another great thing to do in Lake Como is to see Lake Como from the lake itself. You can either take a ferry to the different villages, or you can rent a boat like we did from Get Your Guide. It is 3 hours of a boat rental for $200 and no boat license needed. So we've had a really great time. It's pretty easy to drive a boat. We did it for Lucas's birthday, and seeing the villages from this point of view and just kind of cruising and relaxing, it's been amazing. I highly recommend it. So wealthy Romans had their homes on Lake Como back in the day, and now celebs like, Lionel Messi and George Clooney do. So pretty exclusive. Today we are visiting Villa del Balbianello, and I'm probably butchering that. The pronunciation is questionable with me. Located in Lino, across the water from Bellagio. Apparently films like James Bond and Star Wars Attack the Clones was filmed here, which, unpopular opinion, that is my favorite Star Wars. Roast me in the comments. I know everybody says it's the worst of all of them, but Hayden Christensen is gorgeous in it, and storyline, I don't really know. I just look at his face, you know? It literally took place like right here. Oh, Annie. Oh. Kiss me. Kiss me, Anakin.
Another thing I wanted to add about visiting Villa Balbianello is that it's hard to get here. You can either take a boat from Lino or drive your car and hope to find parking, then hike the 25 minutes to the site, although the views are pretty amazing on the hike. I do think it's worth a visit even though it's difficult to visit, as it's very beautiful and definitely feels like you're walking inside some dream.
So you really don't need a car in Lake Como. We have one because we're doing a three-month road trip through Italy, but it is very difficult to find parking, and as you can see right here, it's a little difficult to drive here because it's very tight roads, and honestly, sometimes when there's a bus, you can be delayed in traffic for like 20 plus minutes longer than you're supposed to be going places. So it can get traffic jam, there's not a lot of parking. You can take the ferries pretty much everywhere, and you can even take a train from Milan here to Lake Como, so you don't have to have a car. But if you do have a car, I recommend you just looking up the closest parking spot or parking garage near where you're going, park there and walk everywhere from then on, because it has been very tricky. Okay, we're about to come up on a bus right now. So you all are about
Everyone
to witness.
stop the car.
You all are about to witness. It's tight. Villa del Balbianello? Villa del Balbianello. Today we are visiting Villa del Balbianello.